Bible trivia, let's go. What is the shortest book in the New Testament? If your answer is John, you are correct. Who is the author of the book of Revelation? If your answer is John, you are correct. Matthew was a blank. If your answer is Matthew was a tax collector, you are correct. Follow for more. Bible trivia, let's go. To what city was Saul traveling when he encountered a great and big light? If your answer is Damascus, you are correct. Who was the first person to come upon the injured man in the parable of the Good Samaritan? If your answer is a priest, you are correct. Finish the verse. In every battle, you will need faith as your blank to stop the fiery arrows aimed at you by Satan. If your answer is shield, you are correct. Follow for more. Bible trivia, let's go. Whose example does Paul say Christians should follow in chapter 5 of Ephesians? If your answer is Christ's example, you are correct. After Jesus fed 5,000 plus people with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish, how many baskets were left over? If your answer is 12, you are correct. What does Paul say may abound more and more in knowledge and all judgment? If your answer is love, you are correct. Follow for more. Bible trivia, let's go. What tribe is Paul from? If your answer is Benjamin, you are correct. What does Simon Peter do for a living before he becomes an apostle? If your answer is he was a fisherman, you are correct. Who is Stephen in Acts of the Apostles? If your answer is he was the first Christian martyr, you are correct. Follow for more. Bible trivia, let's go. Who was the high priest of Jerusalem who put Jesus on trial? If your answer is Caiaphas, you are correct. In the Gospel according to John, which of the apostles doubts Jesus' resurrection until he sees Jesus with his own eyes? If your answer is Thomas, you are correct. Where did Jesus' first public sermon take place? If your answer is on the Mount, you are correct. Follow for more. Bible trivia, let's go. How does Judas signal Jesus' identity to the Roman officials? If your answer is he kisses him, you are correct. Who murdered John the Baptist? If your answer is Herod, you are correct. When Christians celebrate Palm Sunday, what are we actually celebrating? If your answer is Jesus' entry into Jerusalem before his death, you are correct. Follow for more. Bible trivia, let's go. Which gospel is written by a doctor? If your answer is Luke, you are correct. Who took Jesus' body off the cross? If your answer is Joseph of Arimathea, you are correct. Follow for more. Bible trivia, let's go. How old is the Old Testament? If your answer is over 3,000 years old, you are correct. Who is the oldest person written in the Bible? If your answer is Methuselah, who died at the age of 969, you are correct. What is the shortest verse in the Bible? If your answer is John 11:35, Jesus wept, you are correct. Follow for more. Bible trivia, let's go. According to the Gospels, which literary genre does Jesus implement to help preach his message? If your answer is the parable, you are correct. Whose example does Paul say Christians should follow in chapter 5 of Ephesians? If your answer is Christ's example, you are correct. Which is the greatest of the imperishable qualities? If your answer is love, you are correct. Follow for more.